Good afternoon, my friends. This is the Grim Flayer. Hope you're doing very well today, and I am here to bring you my first hot take, hot off the presses, on the Pioneer format announcement, and also a teaser as to what I'm going to be doing on the channel, both Pioneer related and Modern related, over the next little while. So first we're going to talk about the format announcement. I'm going to run through what they put up there, and then we're going to look at what I'm going to do for Pioneer and Modern, and there's going to be some overlap, so stick with me, and we'll do this. This is right off of the bat my first reaction to the announcement. Haven't read it yet. Okay, so here we go. The only thing I know about it is that many people have already messaged me today saying that Pioneer is coming. That's it. I kind of know what it is, but nothing more. So I just got off of work, and we are going to run down the announcement here. Coming to Magic Online and Tabletop very soon. Why a new format and why now? Where and when? Excellent questions. Sure. Okay, so this Thursday, today is Monday the 21st that I am recording this, and they'll be streaming some live chat, fielding some questions. Okay. History of Pioneer starts with Modern. In 2011, Modern was created as an in-between point for players not yet ready for the deep dive of Legacy, but looking for more ways to use their collections once cards rotated out. It was 18 years after the first Legacy legal set was released, and the gap needed filling. Fast forward to now, and it's become what we wanted to be, a non-rotating format players enjoy and feel free to explore. Standard is thriving, but there's a gap, a sizable one. Modern dates back to 2003, 16 years old at this point, and it is no longer applicable for this role of a format where you can use your standard cards post-rotation. I have never personally been somebody who played Standard. I was a kitchen table casual since the third grade, which, since I'm on the wrong side of 30 now, not by much, but on the wrong side of 30. That was a long time ago, but my friends and I played on and off kitchen table for a long, long time, and then a little over 3 years now we decided to make the plunge into Modern. And I have never played Standard. I've never been in this position where you need to use your cards after rotation, or you want to without constantly losing value. You still probably lose value to a certain extent, but having a format where a lot of your standard cards will be playable does mitigate that blow. So I don't totally understand the reasoning here. So yes, it bridges that gap. Fun experience. Currently no plans to add it as a format to Arena. Good, in my opinion. I'm biased as an invested MTGO player and not an invested Arena player, but look, I personally, and I know I'm not alone here, I've got no interest in Arena. I don't like the bells and whistles. I don't like the animations. I like the digital replication of the card game. And while people grumble about the MTGO interface, including myself, I kind of don't mind how bare bones it is. I kind of like that, actually. I just wish it functioned, more flawlessly, but all things considered, yeah, we love MTGO. So if I'm going to play Pioneer on the channel for y'all, then I would much prefer it to stay on Magic Online. So Modern's not going anywhere. Again, we say good to this. We love Modern, and players do as well. One note on this, I hear a lot of people saying that, various changes, every change, there's at least some people who say they're trying to kill Modern. They're trying to force everybody to play Standard. They're trying to price people out of Modern. People said this about Horizons. They said it about Magic Arena. They said it about some other things. I don't think that's good business. I don't think Wizards would ever want to kill off their most popular format just to try to drive people to open more packs. When one format thrives, I think the game as a whole thrives. I think they're in a good spot right now, generally speaking, with Modern doing well. So, I'm going to take them at their word here and assume that, yes, it's not a replacement. They're not trying to force people into, cracking more packs. We view Pioneer as additive, and yeah, I hope that ends up being the case. And I think Pioneer is more likely to flop than it is to replace Modern. Just a prediction. Who knows? So we're starting from Return to Ravnica. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, does it? But we've got a whole lot of stuff that is legal, and everything, of course, forward into the future. And these 5 fetch lands are sole contents of the ban list. So pretty cool stuff, pretty interesting stuff. The format large enough to have cross-block synergies, own unique characteristics, notably the lack of ubiquitous fetch lands, less shuffling, less consistency in mana, less ability to easily splash colors. So, that's one thing that people have gotten right. They've speculated for a while that Wizards wants a popular, non-rotating format without fetch lands. So it's one reason fetch lands haven't been reprinted in Standard for a long time, partially because they don't want them in Standard, and then partially because they apparently have been planning Pioneer. So they'll talk more about this being our philosophy on Thursday, but yeah, as I just mentioned, this is exactly what I was thinking. Fetch and shock lands very strong, make splashing colors too easily, decks become more homogenous, and then of course, there's the logistical issue of tournaments, right, where people are spending a lot of camera time shuffling and a lot of game time shuffling when the clock matters as well. So, the format will be available to build and test online starting October 23rd. This blows my mind. Okay, this is 2 days. So, we've got to get the gears turning if we're going to brew up a BG Rock deck for Pioneer and figure out how to play this format anytime soon without it being a disastrous entrance, right? So, wild that they're really just throwing this announcement out and then saying 2 days later, be ready to play it. Okay, I'll try. On the paper side, it will be available soon. It will be one of the formats at the Players Tour in 2020. That's cool. In the interim, they're going to watch it closely at its inception, banning cards, very aggressively, I'm sure, if they need to. So yeah, we've got leagues coming up and PTQs right away. And there we go. The launch of a new format is always an exciting time. Well, as a content creator, I have to agree. So I just got to tell you, I'm not really looking for a new format to play. I've thought about getting into Legacy, but it's just a lot. It's a lot to learn. I'm not interested in Standard. I'm a busy guy. I'm a working father. I just want to master Modern. But Pioneer seems like it's got enough. It's Modern adjacent enough that it really might be worth me at least dabbling in. So, my friends, that's my take on the announcement. I'm going to tease what we're going to do in the near future next, but please do in the comments section let me know how interested you are in seeing me play Pioneer relative to the Modern content, because while I can increase my output to some degree, they are competing to some degree as well. So let me know how interested you are in Pioneer, and of course, if you want me to try to make BG the Rock work in Pioneer, more or less above all else, or if you're generally more interested in me playing the viable mid-range strategy, whatever it might prove to be, or if you just want to see whatever. Let me know. Let's move on. Alright, so just to give you a little taste, I haven't had time to research what people think is good in Pioneer at all. I certainly haven't had time yet to go through the lists of what cards are legal, what's not, and do the legwork, but I'm going to, and I'm going to bring you a deck tech for BG Rock in Pioneer in the next couple days. I'm going to do the research, I'm going to try to put something coherent together, and granted, we won't really know what the meta is that we're trying to beat, but the idea will be to try to get a good starting point. So to that end, before card prices spike anymore, I missed the best window to do this because I was at work, but I did pick up a few cards that look like they're going to be at least potentially viable in BG builds. Remember, we don't have fetch lands, so we might need to play. I don't know how the mana base is going to work, but I picked up my 4th Hissing Quagmire. We might have all 4 of those available. And then, of course, Llanowar Waste, Woodland Cemetery, the Pain Lands, the Check Lands. Who knows what the mana base is going to look like? This stuff's all really cheap right now, so I just picked it all up in case. I only got 2 Wastes. I don't know if we're going to ever play all 4 of those, right? But Duress might come more into the fold here. Disfigure was in Core 2020. We still have Fatal Push legal, but Revolt might not be as viable, so maybe we need to diversify our weenie removal. This is just wild speculation. Again, it's just a teaser. We've got some Delirium-enabling cards here, and Gilded Goose is definitely something that is probably, almost Modern playable, and might even, might get better in a lower powered format. The prospect of a mana dork, of course, that can get you value in other ways is definitely interesting. And then, of course, my namesake card, Grim Flayer, picked up my third Abrupt Decay. We're just trying to be prepared for whatever the list might look like. So another card that I wanted to pick up was Fabled Passage, but that was out of stock. I'll try to snag some later before they get too pricey. But you know what was not in my cart just now was Deathrite Shaman, because that's right, I already owned them. Like 2 months ago, I said, oh man, wouldn't it be nice if Deathrite Shaman was legal in Modern. All BGX mid-range players have had this thought. And just out of curiosity, I looked it up on Card Hoarder. It was like 6 cents, 0.06 ticks. So just for good juju, just for good mojo, I got a playset to sit in my virtual binder here. And also, just on the off chance that it would one day become legal in some format again, some format where it could see play as a 4 of, and then, if nothing else, the card would spike. And look, so we're already prepared with the Deathrite Shaman. That's a good omen. And guys, even if it's not great, even if it's not as powerful as, anywhere near as powerful as it would be in a Fetchland format, and let's get that clear, it's not going to be, it still might be very good, and we still get to play Deathrite Shaman in our black-green mid-range deck. Let that sink in. So even if it's not the way to go when the dust settles, I am going to begin building my list by trying to force a 4 of Deathrite Shaman, because this card is just so cool. It is mid-range distilled into a 1 mana elf shaman. If you don't like this card, I'm afraid you don't like mid-range, so I'm very pumped about this. Alright guys, so you know that I'm playing BG Rock in all formats. We're going to keep jamming it in Modern, of course, and I just told you what my plans were to explore it in Pioneer. But what is this mono-red madness doing on your screen? Well, I actually bought into this deck a few days ago. This is Modern mono-red prowess, and I was getting all geared up to record a deck tech for this and to start playing it as a secondary league, or a secondary deck in Modern, and I'm still going to, but I think I need to put that a little bit on the back burner because people are going to be hyped about Pioneer right now. But I wanted to tease this for 2 reasons. Number one, just to show you what else is coming, and if you're interested in this, to stay tuned, of course, to the channel, because I'll eventually get back around to the Modern mono-red prowess content, and because this might be another deck that ports really, really well into Pioneer. Again, it's day 1. It's like hour 5 since the announcement, or hour 7, whatever. It's hour 0 for me. I haven't really been able to look into it, as I've said. But this is another archetype that I'm going to explore. So we are going to try to play BG midrange and linear mono-red nonsense in both Modern and Pioneer in the near future on this channel. We're going to try to brew both decks optimally and play both decks optimally. Just briefly on mono-red prowess, you guys know that mid-range is my first love, but it's been a year since I put down mono-blue taking turns, and we have been doing absolutely nothing but playing grindy black-based mid-range decks. And look, that's what I love to do. But every now and then, even the Grim Flayer craves a change of pace. And over the past few weeks, people have asked me what's a good deck to enter into the format with. And for me, relative to cost, and considering power, mono-red prowess is a really, really good deck, in my opinion. And you can't get any more different than BGX when you're talking about a deck like this. So, just to change it up, I bought into prowess. I've been playing with it, admittedly mostly in casual games. I have kind of been crushing people with it, though. Feels really, really strong. So this is the list that I've been playing. We're going to do a deck tech later on, maybe later at the end of the week or something, and we're going to try to look at this deck in Pioneer as well. So there you go, my friends. That's my reaction to the Pioneer announcement. Those are my plans for the near future of the channel. We are playing Rock in Modern. We're brewing Rock in Pioneer. We're going to play mono-red prowess potentially in both formats as well. As always, my friends, let me know what you think. And you know what? Let's use this comment section to get on the very top of the Pioneer format before it even before it even comes out, before it's even legal. So please, my friends, please give me your thoughts on BG midrange and Pioneer, and if you want, on mono red prowess and Pioneer. As always, my focus is on the rock, but we're going to talk about both. We're going to do both. So let me know what you think, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks, as always, to the patrons who do make this content possible. And let me know what you think. I look forward to seeing you in the comments, and I will talk to you soon. Hope everybody out there has a wonderful day.